ready to start turn number 3, and we get our income. So that will give us 25, and we have to decide on what we will research. Next turn I have to start working on the alien science no matter what, because it takes 3 full turns to get there, and I want to leave a buffer in there in case something happens. So I want to start it at 4, that way in case I make a mistake or a laboratory gets destroyed and I don't complete it, that gives me another turn to make up for my mistake. We do have the larger ships that will be coming out next time, so I think the smart thing to do would be build up the fighters. Don't want to really move the thing for the tanks because I only have the 1 tank, so that bonus is not going to go across a large area. It would only be for that 1 unit. So I will spend 6, and we had 25 this time. So now that'll leave us with 19. And now we'll move into the production phase. And when we do that, we have 19, and we have to split that evenly. So each base will get 9, and then it will be 1. Oops, wrong one. There will be 1 income left over. We have a little bit more money to spend this time on our bases, and we have minimal losses this time. Both received 9. Air Force General had 2 left over, and the intelligence officer had 1 left over. So I will make purchases and be right back. The intelligence officer made her purchases. I got an additional warehouse so I could add another barracks and troops, and I had enough to purchase another garage and tank. So now we have enough troops to do 2 full drop ships to go on missions. Right now we're still in phase 1, so we don't need any more radars. And I haven't had to use any of my engineer cards yet, so I'm going to take a look at the Air Force General now and see what his purchases will be. The Air Force General purchased 2 additional warehouses, 2 additional hangars, and 2 additional aircraft. The second warehouse was purchased using the engineer card from the intelligence officer. So she only has 1 card she can play left this turn, and left him with 1 credit left over. So now we got a nice strong full Air Force of 6, and that is all of the Air Force or fighter tokens for the blue player. So if we wanted to add more, we'd have to start purchasing fighters for the intelligence officer, which we might do. I was thinking about possibly using the fortified base to fortify the white base, but I want to leave her with something that she can still play, because I don't want to leave it to just 1 player that has the ability to play cards, just in case. Plus, I know that we've eliminated the 2 large UFOs, so the odds of something big making a landing and assaulting one of the bases is pretty slim. I mean, a medium ship could, which has 2 troops on it, but we have the ability to handle that now, or even just shoot it down before it gets there. And now we'll move on to the diplomacy phase. And this time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9. I'm going to go for one of the lower ranking countries as far as diplomacy goes, so I can have a better shot at succeeding and have a shot at getting my 10th, which will give me a bonus in future diplomacy checks. And because I like Belgian beer, let's go there. Let's give Belgium a shot. So we're going to need 6. I'm not going to use my bonus. And we got 7. Great. We got our 10th country. So Belgium joins the alliance. And that will give us 2 victory points, taking us up to 32, 2 ahead of the aliens, and it'll increase our income 1 to 26. And I don't have any cards for, I forgot the name already, Rebellion. I don't have any Rebellion cards to play, but the aliens do get their diplomacy phase. They're already at 10, so this isn't going to take them up to a new level, but I don't want them to control any more countries. So maybe France. And luckily for us this time, France is an allied country, which means they don't get to do any diplomacy check this time. For once, the USA didn't get pulled out, but it may get pulled out very soon because we're going into our UFO phase. We've shot several of them down, so there's not too many left in here. Hopefully, this round will be a little bit easier for us. And we still managed to pull a medium out of there. And a small. Another medium. We are really good at getting the mediums out of there. And another small. A little bit more manageable this time. But let's see which countries or bases we're going to go after. Italy. Italy is a neutral country, and it's a good one, so we're going to want to shoot that down and get a diplomacy chance with it. The blue base, which has no defenders in it, but we could send a ship full of our troops over there to defend it, or shoot it down since it's a small craft. India again, and a medium craft. We definitely need to protect that. And Sweden, which is one of our allies, and it's a small craft, so maybe we'll defend that one with a ground assault to get some more alien tech on our hands, because we're going to use up our only remaining one on our research. Now it's time to intercept. Let's see which countries or base I want to defend with my aircraft. I've chosen to intercept over Italy and India. I've sent one of my ace pilots to each location and then 2 backups also. So we have a medium craft over Italy that can roll 4 dice. And it gets 2 successes, unfortunately. So we have our fighters, which roll 3s. Roll 3 dice, I mean. And then we have an ace pilot there that gets an additional die. And this is an important attack. And I believe I will use the Air Force General's bonus card. That's the first one that he's played. To give me 3 more. I only have 2 more of this color, so I'll have to roll 1 more if necessary. Hopefully it is not necessary. And I need 3 successes. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plenty. Great. That aircraft, that UFO is taken care of. And now I have a diplomacy card over here with my intelligence officer that I'm going to use. That was the second card she used, so she can't use anything else. And I am going to use my final token to give me an advantage of 1 and hope for the best. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I have 10. I almost forgot I have 10. So I get a bonus of 2. 1 for having 10 and 1 for playing my token. And Italy is hiding from me. I need an 8. Oh, I couldn't have planned that any better. Did you hear that lightning? I'm sorry, you hear the thunder in the background when I rolled the dice. Oh, that was epically failed. Wow. Did not secure an alliance from Italy. They're not believing that I can help them. And my pilots return. Happy that they succeeded, but still a failure. Italy goes back in, and we need to defend India against this medium craft. Who somehow scored 4. How come I don't roll that good? That's insane. Okay, so we have 1, 2, another set of 3 pilots, and we have our ace pilot there. I could use a bonus card. Because the Air Force General still has... He still has his reroll also that he could use this round. Do I have anything that I'm going to play afterwards? It doesn't look like it. Okay. I'm going to use the bonus. Air Force General is out of options now. And that will add 3 more dice. And once again, I don't have enough. So I'll re-roll that single die if I have to. Maybe I'll get lucky and get 5 right off the bat. I need 5 hits. And it does not. That is abject failure. Look at all that miss. Even if I roll the 1 extra one, that is terrible. Which means I will lose an aircraft. And it's that one. Luckily I didn't lose my good pilot there. And now I have to make a choice. Do I would have the ace pilot and the regular pilot to roll against. Ooh, made a lot of noise. Sorry about that. Let me pick those up. Do I risk losing another pilot? I think I have to. Wait a minute. I almost forgot. Hold on, pilot. Get back over here. I have the Air Force General and forgot that I have my reroll. I don't remember the exact numbers, but I know I had 2 successes. And we had... Let me get all these dice. And I can reroll any dice that I want to. I'm definitely using that. So I had all of them to choose from. So let's see. So we had the ace, this one, and that one. And then we had 3 bonus dice. So I have 3 more to roll after this if this is unsuccessful. I'm making sure I'm doing that right. So I had the ace pilot, the 2. Okay, yeah. Because I did play the bonus card and I would get to re-roll those 2. So I'm keeping my 2 successes and rolling again. And that's 5. That is great. That aircraft, UFO, is gone. Whew, I'm glad I saw that. I was just about to maybe try to go against them and take the chance. But our Air Force is doing a great job and we are successful. Our leader just doesn't remember what he can do, and that would be me. India is safe. Still sad that we didn't get Italy. And now we'll send our ground troops as planned. We'll send 1 to each, and it's going to be a full complement of each. We'll send 2 troops and a tank to each one. And that'll give us our best shot at defending both of these locations and picking up a couple alien tech, hopefully, too. These are both small UFOs, so they will only have one of these guys in them. So he's going to have to get extremely lucky in order to fend off our attacks. He only gets to roll 2. He gets 1 success. So we have 2 troops there. Now our troops roll 3 apiece. And we have a tank there that gets to roll 2. So we need to get 2 hits. We have 3, so we're good there. He didn't know any better. This guy will return back to their area. Neither player can play cards, so I can't make any elite units. The base did not have to sustain a ground assault. And now we will bring that guy, well, one of his relatives back for an additional round of attacks. This time, Sweden. 0 successes. And again, our troops roll 3 now, and we have a tank, so we need to get 1 hit. And we got 2. That worked out pretty good. That was a good round of interception and mission. We did well in defending our allies. And we did well defending our non-ally, Italy, who gave us the snub. But that's 2 successful ground missions, which means we collected 2 alien tech. So that's going to go from 1 to 3, which is great news. And now we can return to base. So I'll put our troops and craft and vehicles back on their spots. Everyone has returned to base. We had no casualties this time. Now we move to our end of turn. We're doing pretty good. We're 2 ahead of the aliens. Our labs are intact. We do have to spend 1 alien tech though, but our aircraft now roll 4 dice. And that'll move us into turn number 4. Before we move into turn 4, we'll reset our tokens, draw our 2 cards. Air Force General gains an alien knowledge, and that's a good time to get that, because we need to start working on our alien science. He gets an elite squad. She gains an elite crew and another diplomacy. And she has a special ability that I've been neglecting. I'm going to use it right now. She is able to, as the intelligence officer, at the end of a turn, she can discard a card of her choice, and I'm going to get rid of the elite crew, which we have another one of anyway, and then she can draw another card. And this time we got a scientist. That is awesome, because now we can research more than one thing. Wish I would have remembered that earlier. Turns. Could have maybe had a couple different cards on hand, but that's the way it goes. Now we have our UFO cup, which is nothing but small in it. Those will stay in there. And now we're moving to the next phase. So this stack that we put together at the beginning of the game for phase 2 now gets introduced into the cup. So we have plenty of larges and mediums in there again. And the enemies are going to get more difficult now, because we're moving from phase 1 to phase 2. And you can see the small craft come with these level 3 aliens. The mediums have 2 of them, and the larges have 2 of them and a level 4 now, as to compared to what they had before. So everything basically gets bumped up 1 level when moving to the second phase. Aliens still have 10 countries, but so do we. Thank you for watching. Please take a moment to click on these links and consider supporting this channel through Patreon. If you'd like to make a one-time donation, the link to my GoFundMe campaign for equipment upgrades is in the video description below. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment, and check out the other videos on the channel. Your support is appreciated, and I'll see you in my next video.